Welcome to Date with DANU right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we are speaking about great sportsmanship, being an athlete, representing Sri Lanka, doing things that I did once long time ago. Let's get on with the show.
Hi, I'm Asanka De Mel with Ceylon. Today we are here with two Paris Olympians who join us, and we had a wonderful outing with the Ceylon designed outfits. We want to talk about how our fashion could be world class and how we can create an entire industry taking our fashion to the globe.
Welcome to the show. I'm talking about people who have been to the Olympics, not Asanka, of course, just the three of us. We're talking about our experience representing Sri Lanka, and I was speaking to the boys about the things that I could play. I don't know the names of it.
Shot put and javelin.
I didn't do those two sports. I was too fragile at that time. But then I have two of our stars who are here. Naveed represented Sri Lanka for the Paralympics. Thank you for being here. Then we have Kyle, who had already been on DANU and spoke just one word in Sinhalese. Istuti.
Few words.
Just one, like. And we have Mr. Lovinus Asanka. Thanks, Asanka, for the ring.
You can have it.
That won't fit. That won't fit my hair. I have to, somehow get something off him always. Poor soul. All right, so if you're wondering, these were the two outfits that they wore when they were representing Sri Lanka on the world tour. And at the same time, how was the Paralympic outfit ranked?
I think there was not an engagement on that one, but you can see we actually try to do a better version for the Paralympics, just to make it different, make it improved.
Yeah.
So, first of all, thank you for having us.
No worries. That crippled an outfit for me. The Sri Lanka's Got Talent I had to repeat because of bloody Paralympics. just say, yeah. That's okay. Continue.
No, thank you for having us. It's nice to come and talk about. We wanted to kind of encourage as many people to get involved in sports, and especially for kids, that there is, so much you can do. There's a lot of access and availability to get into sports.
Amazing. Let's speak about the Paralympics first. Now, tell me about the experience. How was it for you?
The Paralympics simply amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to go to the opening ceremony, so I couldn't bear this at the Paris.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
So because of the my event was like the next day morning, so I didn't want to go, and my coach didn't want to let me.
Right, you were supposed to rest and be ready for.
Yes.
Well, that's more important, I think. So it's the first time you're wearing it?
No, I mean this is the second time. Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. How was the experience for you?
Great. I mean the atmosphere and the great athletes. I mean the world record holders and all, the elite level athletes, and the volunteers especially. The weather, amazing.
Everything worked well.
Yeah.
Are you the one with the tattoo? The Olympic tattoo?
No, I don't have any tattoos.
So there's a confusion between the whole Olympics tattoo. We'll speak about that later. Kyle represented Sri Lanka, and his brother has also represented Sri Lanka for swimming, correct? How was your experience?
Dream come true. I don't really know how to answer that question just because I've been looking forward to the Olympics since I was 4 years old. But a dream come true is the best way I can describe it.
Great. You can't just look forward to it. You have to work for it as well, right?
Yeah,
That's what happened with me.
In our sport, Naveed and I, we train 4 years just to swim an event that lasts maybe at most a few minutes. So
Why
it's
did
quite
you
a lot
swim
of
a
work.
bit slow?
Well, then I wouldn't go to the Olympics.
Just take your time, and I really wanted to.
Maybe when I retire. That's what I'll do.
Just do a nice slow swim, just for the record. Yeah. So Asanka has been very busy, as I always tell you. Asanka is just dealing with 10 other things. This whole Lovi thing is just a cover-up. He is using his brain for many other things. So he has written a book. We'll be talking about that as well when we do come back. He is thinking about 2048. Even our parliament never thought of that. So let's speak about that when we do come back. But right now we have a segment called Hot Seat. Thank you to our friends at Crystal Luxury Wellness for joining us on the show. I was asking Kyle, listen, I have a huge doubt, I went to Seychelles for like just 6 days and I came back looking like Kaka. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my face. I was like, whoa. There's nothing about going dark. There's something about going burnt. But look at Kyle. Something not right. So then he told me the secrets. He goes to Crystal Luxury Wellness. His gorgeous skin is all thanks to the love and keep that they give in terms of polishing him up. You can do the same. You can visit Crystal. They are located in Bamlapitia at One Golf Face and also the Crystal Villa where they give you amazing treatments, especially if you're somebody who is exposed to the sun always in terms of your sports or in terms of the work that you do. It's very, very important to know how to take care of your skin, not only for the type of illnesses that could come because of the exposure, but also about the freshness and the confidence that you'll have when you feel like you have this great presence about you. So do visit them for more details. They have great doctors and therapists all waiting to treat you and support you through the process. Right. All right, we have questions. Two of you. Your favorite Olympian of all time who represented Sri Lanka?
Duncan White. He was the first medalist to win a medal at the Olympic Games for Sri Lanka, and he's only one of two. And also my older brother Matthew, who happens to be my biggest inspiration, was named after him. His name is Matthew Duncan, Abeysinghe.
Right. You?
For me, it's more like my coach, Matthew Abeysinghe. And he's a double Olympian. Yeah.
Now, whose outfit would you say is your favorite, Asanka?
Out of the two, my outfit. Come on, Danu, look at this. How
Yeah.
can I choose? They are both gorgeous.
But tell me what you will choose.
Actually, I really like this white outfit,
Me too.
And
Personally, I'd go with Naveed's.
yes,
I really like the Paralympic.
I like that one because we did it second, so we were able to learn from this one and improve on
So
that
that's
one.
2.0, that's a better version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, a little bit,
Yeah.
yes. And then also be able to incorporate a lot of color and more storytelling in that one with the
Yeah.
marnel
I'm
flowers
just going to
and
stick
all
to
of that.
yours. I like the Olympic one more, just saying. If you have to choose an ambassador out of all who you have dressed for in Lovi, out of everyone who represented Sri Lanka at the Olympics, who would you pick?
Wow. I really like Ganga's outfit. That was very nice.
But who will be the ambassador for Lovi?
For all the Olympians who've been to
Not all of them. I'm saying pick one, so you can't afford to pay all of them and keep them as your ambassadors.
that's true. I think Ganga would make a good one, and of course Kyle would make a very nice one, especially since he's in Sri Lanka.
Right. Sorry.
That's right.
Just create some problems. In your family, who did your father think will perform better?
Me.
Look at that confidence.
That's a fact. You can ask anybody in my family, they'll say me. But having said that, I haven't yet performed better than Matthew, who is the best performing athlete in our family as of yet. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to.
Now, tough question from the two of you. Tell me your perspective about how Susantika was treated after winning the Olympic medal, and do you feel that she should have been appreciated more? Yes or no?
I think she definitely should have been appreciated more. I think that's kind of in a bubble. That's how athletes are treated, unfortunately, in this country. And in her case, being the second person to ever win an Olympic medal, it's such a shame that she was treated that way. It's such a shame that she was allowed to, that she was put through all of that. And when I look back at my career, I'm so grateful that athletes like her paved the way for what we have now, which is obviously a totally different landscape. There's still a lot to be done in terms of the support that you get at the early stages. And I think, as we spoke on your previous show about setting up an infrastructure where athletes are systematically developed, but we obviously have not had to go through what Asanka did. So
Yes, I do have to totally agree with Kailaya. I mean, for the all the sportsmen in Sri Lanka, I think it's really important to appreciate what they do. It's more like a commitment and discipline. Like, we have to sacrifice a lot in our life to make it there. And I feel they should be more appreciated by the officials and whoever they're willing to.
Do you want to add?
No, I agree with you. It's a total commitment, and I think part of the reason we wanted to support sports is that it builds so much good character that, to make better Sri Lankans.
Yeah. Brilliant. We're getting to a break. We'll come back on the other side with more. Do stick around this thing. Thank you to our friends at Crystal Luxury Wellness for joining us on the show. I was asking Kyle, listen, I have a huge doubt, I went to Seychelles for like just 6 days and I came back looking like Kaka. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my face. I was like, whoa. There's nothing about going dark. There's something about going burnt. But look at Kyle. There's something not right. So then he told me the secrets. He goes to Crystal Luxury Wellness. His gorgeous skin is all thanks to the love and keep that they give in terms of polishing him up. You can do the same. You can visit Crystal. They are located in Bumblebee at One Golf Face, and also the Crystal Villa, where they give you amazing treatments, especially if you're somebody who is exposed to the sun always in terms of your sports or in terms of the work that you do. It's very, very important to know how to take care of your skin, not only for the type of illnesses that could come because of the exposure, but also about the freshness and the confidence that you'll have when you feel like you have this great presence about you. So do visit them for more details. They have great doctors and therapists all waiting to treat you and support you through the process. So we are talking about Lovi and also the Olympics in our country. I wanted to speak to Asanka, someone who is no stranger to the brand Hi, from the front page of the magazine to a frequent visitor on the show. He's always been a supporter of what we do, and especially on a personal level, I have so much of respect and love towards him. Asanka, you see this country as a platform for many great things. You left a country that would have served everything so easily for you, including your kids, but you decided to move here, and your vision for 2048 is something very different and unique. It has an element of environment in it. It has an element of what kind of a sustained economy that we should have, and at the same time, what type of leadership that we should look out for to create a 2048 that is helpful to all of us. Yeah. tell me about your book and what made you write it, and where did you have the time?
Well, time you have to kind of create, but the main argument in the book actually is when do we get to be a developed country? Specifically, when do we look to be around 40,000 per capita GDP in USD? So it's about 10x growth from where we are, and how can we get there? Because like everybody else, we deserved to be a rich country, and especially we have the opportunity to be a rich country, and the book is essentially a path, or one particular path to how to get there.
And when you were putting this down to paper, was there an angle that you were keen on in terms of the audience that you wanted to reach out to?
Yeah, I wanted it to be available to, accessible to anybody, anybody who's interested in reading. I kept it very short, simply because then more people can actually engage in it. The language is actually written quite simply. Even though there are a lot of concepts and ideas in it, it's kind of packed all in so that it's a lot more accessible to a much larger audience.
And 2048 gives us another 24 years.
Yes.
Thanks. Thanks for the math help there. So we're talking even about people who are born today.
Yeah.
They have to see when they're 24 what this country is going to look like.
Yeah.
What is your current position on where we are going?
I think we have a fresh start here. We had large civil war that had kept us essentially, for a long time. That was the preoccupation. It's been roughly 15 years since then. So now it's time to set a goal to become a developed country. 2048 is very good. It's our 100th year independence centennial. I think it's a challenge we must all take and see us actually not, little bit grown or little bit that, but actually a fully developed country with rich incomes for us all. We could do it.
I know. No, I'm just counting my years there. I'll be quite old.
You'll be still so handsome.
Thanks. Kyle, let's go back to your days at home. Young Kyle, how was it? 4 boys in the family.
Yeah.
Were you all competitive?
Very.
With
everything.
All right.
Drinking milk, eating food, everything. Everything was a competition.
Yeah.
Everything was a scrap. That's how I think I have the competitive nature in me.
It's like who serves the highest amount of sausages?
Or who eats them fastest.
Yeah.
Who eats them
So that,
fastest
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
So all 4 of you are very close?
Very close. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that all goes to how the family sort of keeps the environment. Your dad was also your coach.
Yes.
Is he a tough coach?
He's a tough coach and he's a tough father, but I wouldn't be the man I am today without him. So I'm grateful for all of the lessons he taught me.
Okay. Don't keep the answers so short, just ask. What am I to talk, man, for 1 hour, this show? Tell me about your life. How was it when you were growing up? Did you ever think this Olympics would be something that you'll see one day in life?
Back in 2015, I did, when I was starting my swimming career. Till 2015, I was thinking about my life, in what path should I go, and my childhood wasn't been a happy one, since I had to face lots of surgeries and all because of my injury, and I'm really grateful that I have great parents, my mom and my dad and my family too. All of a sudden I started this swimming sport as a sport back into when I was 11, and I'm a Paralympian now.
It's amazing. Tell me about the difficulties that you faced with your injury and what was the cause behind it?
My injury was because of it's by birth, and up to now I have faced 14 surgeries in my body. It was not a easy task to go through that all the problems that I have gone through physically and mentally, and yeah, I kind of enjoyed it.
The process. I'm sure your parents must be so proud to see you where you are
Very
today.
proud. Yeah.
And you did all of this with your 14 surgeries on your checklist as well. Are there more surgeries to come?
I hope no. I hope.
We all hope. Would you be taking part again
For the
next Olympics?
hopefully, if I don't die, yes.
It won't. We have a segment that is to speak about a priceless moment. These two must be having so much to speak about that. Thanks to our friends at MasterCard for joining us on Date with DANU. You can now enjoy the season and really bring in the festive feel with MasterCard by your side. All transactions are so much more easier. You just need to tap and go, and amazing offers and deals every single day to leave you feeling wow. You can now check out all their deals on their social handles for more details about MasterCard. The only card you need when you're like going across the world. Thank you for giving us some priceless moments to cherish, MasterCard. All right, talking about MasterCard, I need to know, in the path that we take, there's always this one moment that we really hold very close to our heart. What would you say is your moment?
Mine? Does it have to be sports related?
I know, apart from the fact the day that you met me, anything else?
Well,
Jeez.
in terms of sports, I would say just walking into the arena in Paris was probably, for me, that was like a bit of sensory overload. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know where I was for a minute, and then I realized, oh, I'm at the Olympics. But outside of sport, there's one specific moment whenever someone asks me this question where in 2017, I think it was, I'd had a really tough year. I had gone to Commonwealth Youth Games that year, Junior World Championships, and then I had been injured twice that year. And in December for Christmas, I wanted to go and see my mom, who lives in the States. And we planned it in such a way where all of my brothers and I, we could go surprise her. She didn't know any of us were coming. And when we got there, she was at home and she was cooking, and she didn't know that we were coming. She only knew that my brother Dylan was there. So he had coordinated with us, and he had opened the door for us, and we snuck inside. And while she was cooking, we just sat down in the living room and waited for her to come in. And when she did, she just screamed and started crying. And for me, that's, I think, one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah. Christmas is all about family.
Yes, it is.
I know. It's nice to have a big family. I just have one more person, and it's not enough. Yeah. My dogs don't do much. That's another problem. Yeah. Is there a moment that in your life that you treasure the most?
Yes, as Kyle has said, the reason one is the Paris, because I was walking down with my headphones on, and it was with the noise cancellation, and I just removed it. It felt like a concert. It was like I can't actually express my feelings. But apart from that, the winning moment of my Asian Games bronze medal. The reason behind that was there were some people who said that I can't do it. They didn't actually say to my face, but they were like, maybe the next time. Okay. So I took it personally and I did it, and I'm so proud that I made it. And apart from the swimming, the most interesting part was the first day I walked because I had to amputate my leg. It was like a short leg, and after the amputation, I had to wait for like 4 to 5 months to recover from that, and then I got my first prosthetic for my life, and I just walked. I'm so proud that I made it.
Of course, these are not easy things in life too. I always wonder a person who has to sit through and process in their mind an amputation is definitely way braver than somebody who will take their own life, because here it's a change in life that's going to be forever, and it's remarkable. You didn't leave it there, you continued and you fought, and yeah, let's speak about more when we do come back, because Asanka here seems to be taking up these challenges and doing these things for the passion and for the love of Sri Lanka. I really don't know what's wrong with this man. So after this. Thank you to our friends at Petals by Hassa for joining us on the show. Now here's a beautiful thing that you can do. You can buy your outfit from Lovi, you can get your flowers from Hassa, you can have a perfect wedding. You just need to figure out who's going to be your partner. That's the only thing. It's simple as that. Petals by Hassa has such a range for you to choose from your ceremonies to your big occasions, or you just want to make someone feel extremely loved and special. You can do all of that when you do make your order. You can check out their social handles for more details on the amount of variety that they have for you. Thank you for joining us on the show. Petals by Hassan. Welcome back to the show. So, if Asanka was a factory, I understand, going ahead and sponsoring and making Olympics look nice. You are like a boutique factory, You don't have mass rooms, you have a few rooms. And you produce luxury in terms of its handwork. It's a lot of manpower that goes into this one outfit. Then why do it? Because you could do a groom's outfit.
DANU, it's thanks for that question. I mean, we really believe that Sri Lanka has some great stories to show and tell, and we wanted to show that fashion and our culture is something to be appreciated. And the remarkable thing that happened with this Olympics is that we were intentionally designing to be competitive. We knew that this kind of an outfit would actually have a chance at winning. Of course, you cannot tell, what the result would be. It depends on what others also do. But we were intentionally competing, and you can see out of 190 some countries that participate, and in each of those countries, whoever's designing has to be one of the, leading people in those countries. And for us to show in a place like that we have something competitive to show to the world, that is priceless.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And also the fact that we are ranked at number 3 for this.
Yes, we were in the top 2-3 in most editors rankings.
Yeah.
So that gives us hope, that gives us confidence, and I am grateful for the National Olympic Committee and all the people who are supporting us from day one in this dream of mine.
That is true. The best part is, every time we have sent representatives to represent Sri Lanka at the Olympics, we unfortunately never get to know them on a personal level. Like, we will know about the cricketers, we might even know a little bit more about the ruggerites, but we never get to know about the Olympians, like what they are doing and how, what makes them, like, they have been quiet for 4 years and boom, again but I think the fact that Lovi has a commercial element to it it really put a lot of y'all on the map in terms of people who may have not even followed the sport, or people who may not be exposed to this. Like, oh, Lovey did an outfit for him. That created that conversation for people to like come to know about the athletes more, and the fact that TikTok at one time was all about, oh, that's Sri Lanka's outfit, oh, that's Sri Lanka's outfit, which made it so inquisitive for people to like come to know, oh, who are these ones who went? It's a great thing, and I think it's also I think media is to be blamed for it as well, because we concentrate more on the more commercial games where Olympics is celebrated across the world, and we don't celebrate it enough. In another country, for me to get you all on a show, I might have to like wait for 3 years. That's a time for you to say, no, Danu, even if we get that big, we'll make sure you come on the show.
Danu, they'll always come on the show, Danu.
Thanks, Asanka. I wanted them to say it, but it's okay, thank you. You understand my pain. Thanks for that. But yeah, that's amazing. You know, there's a value to sport, and that's what we want to talk about when we do come back. Considering the fact that when he spoke about his amputation, and I said, you know, you are so brave to look forward and move forward in life. And with what is going on in Sri Lanka with the youth, in terms of, is it level of depression, or is it level of lack of conversation between people? They're all making a sad, brave move in taking their own lives, and this has been such a concern to a lot of schools, a lot of parents, or the fact that who are they associating with. All of this can have a more positive turn of events if we engage our kids not only in education and mobile and internet, but something more where there's a feeling of inclusivity, and only sport can do that. We'll speak about it when we do come back, but right now we have to play a fun game, and it's called Smack. Welcome back to the show. Big thank you to our friends at Smack for joining us on Date with Danu. Smack is a beverage that we all simply love and adore. I don't know, did you have it when you were going to school?
Yeah, absolutely. I still have it.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite?
Mango.
Just checking whether he's telling the truth. Yeah. And also there are a lot of Smack bottles that you might not see in the market always, and don't go around scolding them, because they are just using the real deal, the real fruit. And if it's not in the season, they can't create the mango. So it's just there during the seasons. You can try everything, things that we have always thought, like, really? We can make a juice out of it? They'll surprise you. They have such a range for you to choose from, those signature bottles, and at the same time, they have added more to their portfolios, from their chips to their cassava chips. You name it, they have it all. Perfect for a night out, or perfect to hang with your friends. This is all you need. One bag like this, and you're ready to roll. You know, every time Hi needs to go on a trip, our team is planning, we end up stacking up on Smack. That's what we do. So buy local, support local, that's the most important thing. Thank you for joining us on Date with Danu. We have questions. Now these questions are meant to create a very innocent answer. I feel sorry for this boy. He's only 19 and he's already exposed to such criminality with my show. What is super hard comes in different sizes. It can go into any tiny hole if it wants to.
That sounds really
What?
funny.
What is it?
Can you repeat it, please?
He's very inquisitive about it. What is super hard? It comes in different sizes. And it can go into any tiny hole if it wants to.
Wow.
Kyle, stop thinking from your, think.
Are we
from
still
here.
in the Smack That segment?
Yes, this is the segment.
A straw? I hope.
No.
Then what?
Can it go into any hole?
Juice box.
No, it's not about Smack. It's just a standalone question. It's a key. Jeez. What can't be tasted unless it's undressed?
A rambutan.
Correct. It's actually a banana, but rambutan is fine. I'll take it. What is the thing that if you are unable to get, you could always just use your hand instead and get the job done.
A fork.
Correct.
I'm scoring
smart.
pretty well, huh?
I'm lost on these.
What's beautiful and natural but gets long and pricky if it's not trimmed regularly?
Danu, if he hasn't had sugar.
I was going to say the same.
What? I'm not pricky. What is it?
Can you say it one more time? What's
It's
what?
long, it's natural, and if it's not trimmed on time, it can get pricky.
Ugurasa.
What is that? What is ugurasa?
It's a fruit, Danu.
No, it's no more fruits. It's grass.
Oh, it's
Grass. Here you go.
Thank you.
I think you win this.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got 2 out of 4.
That innocent face of yours, Kyle, far from
It
being
was the
innocent.
way that you asked the question.
The whole point is
It's
that.
also the smack that segment.
That's the whole point. Not to think of it the bad. I didn't say smack that. I said, oh, sorry. I was going to say the bottle. Okay. Oh, never mind. I'll just stop.
I
using
don't.
my
I
hands.
don't. I don't think you should use hands.
I should not use hands. Let's get into a break. We'll see you right after. Thank you to our friends at MasterCard for joining us on Date with Danu. You can now enjoy the season and really bring in the festive feel with MasterCard by your side. All transactions are so much more easier. You just need to tap and go, and amazing offers and deals every single day to leave you feeling wow. You can now check out all their deals on their social handles for more details about MasterCard. The only card you need when you're like going across the world. Thank you for giving us some priceless moments to cherish. MasterCard. Welcome back to the show. Speaking to my colleagues from the Olympics team. Just, I want to get a job in this arena. I want to just travel with y'all.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea.
Huh?
Actually, we should have more media participation in these events. So figure out
Not
where
sure
Danu,
that's what Danu had in mind.
Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, I don't mind putting my foot in through that at least. Can you make that happen now that you have influence?
I have no influence, Danu.
You
But
made their outfits, others have been walking naked at the opening.
no, but I can make an intro.
Thank you. That's all I need. But it's 4 years away.
No, there's many events
that
actually
lead to it.
leading to
And I
it.
want to go for all of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of events that are actually qualifying,
Like
training.
y'all might not even have y'all don't have issues with luggage, just like one trunk. That's it.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of stuff to take with us. Though.
Like what, apart from a trunk?
All of our equipment, all of our...
To swim, what equipment do you need,
For
apart from a
training,
trunk?
you need a lot. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
carry,
things
like-
that go into swimming.
Really? Like what?
We have a whole
Mesh
mesh bag that's like probably 5
5
kilos.
Yeah.
And we had to somehow fit that into our suitcase.
It's
and
okay,
make
Danu,
do
they
with
can put
everything
you in the
else.
back.
What is this mesh bag?
It's just, we carry our fins in it, our pull buoy, our snorkels,
Y'all are not going to
paddles.
snorkel. Y'all are just going to swim in a pool. I thought your luggage would be just that. The rest could be all for
Just
me
the
to-
Speedo.
Yes, just that. I put my Speedo, let's go to Olympics.
That's actually how we prefer to travel as well, just in the Speedo.
There you go. Then the luggage space is all mine. Now let's speak about something very important about the whole mental health situation. You have 2 young boys, and y'all are young boys. And it's very important that we create awareness on this topic. Sri Lanka has seen very shocking deaths that have taken place, or the fact that it has not only alarmed us in terms of what, it has also alarmed us to know that people are taking their lives so lightly. Tell me, you have a training center for swimming, you're working with a lot of youngsters. Do you feel this whole concentration on mental well-being, is it being given the priority that it needs?
I think it's getting better, and this is definitely something that's personally very important to me. I don't know if you know this, Danu, but my teammates know this, and I'm very open about it. I actually suffer from a mental illness called schizophrenia, and I was diagnosed with that when I was around his age, actually. And it put my swimming career on hold for 4 years. I gained a lot of weight. I went through a depressive episode because of it. I had to move out of Sri Lanka because they can't treat that illness here. And it was only once I was stable enough and taking medication and going for therapy that I actually was able to resume my swimming career. So for me now as a coach as well, and as you mentioned, we have a swimming academy, we have a team, competitive team. For me as a coach, I always look at an athlete through that lens. The physical part of it is actually not the hardest part. Maintaining the mental well-being of your athletes is the most challenging part. And I think that that's where coaches, especially in Sri Lanka, fail to, they fail to highlight that part of the athlete. Because people look at athletes and they think all they do is train, they wake up in the morning, they don't do anything else. But there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of stress. Just waking up in the morning at 4 o'clock, going and getting in a cold pool, that's stressful in and of itself. So this topic, specifically about what has happened recently with the young kids from various schools all over the country, to me that's, as you were mentioning earlier, people say that that's an act of weakness in some cases. To me, it's neither bravery nor weakness, it's just desperation, because they don't see any other way out of it. And I think that we fail as a society when we allow our youth to take their own lives in the ways that they have. I think that we are failing. So
I think in the ways that they have is what really is alarming, or the fact that if there are people who have these thoughts, it works as a fuel.
yeah.
And which is not something that we are looking out for. How was it for you? Because I think being born with an issue is one thing, but then to face society, your parents have done a brilliant job in giving you the comfort and giving you that space that is peaceful for you to thrive and prosper and do everything. But how was it for you when you had to face your classmates or your friends who will use your weakness as a point of discussion or even a point of bullying?
First of all, I'm really grateful that I have made really good friends throughout my journey, and they were not bullying at me all. But I'm not shy at all. I don't want to hide myself. Actually, most of the time I'm wearing shorts and all, Skylar and all.
And to that point, he has no reason to be shy because he inspires all of us. If I could do half of what he does, I would be proud of myself.
And I've never gone through a situation like hi.lk, but I have gone through something that really important in a sportsman's career, which is, as I mentioned earlier, I won the bronze medal at Asian Games. Like 4 months before my event, I was down. I had no one, unless my parents. That's why they means a lot to me, and I actually took medicines for the depression. Most of them doesn't know that, and I mean, as Kayla said, it's the physical part is really, not easy, but it's not hard as the mental part. It's the mental game is very tough than you think. And as a society, as you said, we are having really really major issues, and yeah, it's very important to have a good mentally.
Asanka, what do you see would be one of our key reasons?
I mean, first of all, it's sad. It's sad for, of course, the person, but also it's sad for the families. Losing a child is unimaginable. So my heart goes out to all of those people who are essentially suffering from these results. Part of the reason that Lovi, and as I've mentioned to you in our private conversations, why we wanted to help with sports, it's that it's not at that point where you can help is like giving the tools and skills to deal with these kind of episodes. We all go through difficult periods of time, so but some of us have better skills and better tools to handle it. I think sports is one way to have. Winning and losing is part of sports. Teamwork, making friends, dealing with quite challenging environments is part of sports. These values also help create the toolkit internally to be able to handle these stresses. I think part of the reason I want to even come on this show was to kind of highlight that sports is and drama or all these other extracurricular activities where you have to take on other challenges, have to deal with people, have to work in a team are quite important things, and to do that they will help you build the skill and the toolkits needed to deal with life's difficult moments.
Amazing. All right, on that note, we need to get into something more lighter to bring back the goofiness onto the show. This is going to definitely shock Kyle. It's called Kinky. For some odd reason, this segment has become the most wanted segment on the show. When we don't do it, people actually complain. Why aren't you all doing that segment? So thank you to Midnight Divas. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Do we have a choice?
You are not in this.
Oh, that's great.
But you
That's
have another
not
question
fair.
for yourself. This is for those two who get into a Speedo.
Mm.
It's a Speedo, cold waters. What do you do if you get a bit too happy?
That doesn't happen.
How can you say it doesn't happen?
I'm never happy at training. I'm always tired. I'm always in pain. So that's not an issue.
Really?
Yeah. I think Naveed can attest to that. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I mean, yeah.
Getting shouted at
For
by the
you-
coaches.
For you, I agree.
Yeah. Getting shouted
We-
at by the
I mean,
coaches and all.
Yeah, we always hate to do what we do. Yeah.
We love what we do, but we hate it at the same
Yeah.
time. There's nothing joyful
So
about waking
there
up.
was never a happy day when you couldn't come out of the water on time.
Since it's the recovery day, yeah, I do.
Yeah, the recovery day. Whenever we have a recovery practice, that's fun.
Then you all have it.
It's like a once a week.
Now it is just giving me answer. It's like once a week you can see me in my Speedo. Bit too happy. No?
No,
Never.
never.
Never had an. Please, can I relate one of my stories? I mean,
So Danu, what about your Speedo experience?
Not a
Yeah, I'd
Speedo.
like to know
But
about
I'll
that.
tell you, this is really funny though. I have a spine injury for the longest time by not doing any sport, by the way. I don't know how that even happened. I went to take an X-ray. And they asked me to lie flat on this, like a metal, silver, like a tray.
Yeah.
And the chilly feeling created a bit of a build-up. So now during this build-up, I even recited the rosary. Nothing worked. And in the X-ray, you can just see it. And the doctor was like, right. Okay, because my mother was right next to me. Oh, just fragile like that. Good, I'm not in Speedos. All right, Asanka, this is for you. I need to know this. Have you ever sexted anyone? I'm just asking.
I'm a
Margaret,
married man.
Yeah, have
Danu,
you sexted Margaret?
And how do you think we make children?
Not through text. I'm just saying, have you like,
There's some romance going on,
yeah,
you know.
like were you at the Lovi store like, hey Margaret, want to have the other one?
It's all possible. It's all possible. There's lots of peaches and you know, brinjals.
Wow, he's got it down. He's with the times.
Yes, he is. That's amazing. Right. Because he had his shop and he was also living at Lakpana. It was all just connected.
Yes.
Well done.
Few minutes away.
Brinjal. Grocery list is on. All right. Y'all can decide who is going to have it.
Get the boys.
It depends on what's in there.
So you have things that are edible,
Right.
which you could wear and get somebody else to eat it.
Kai.
And
I feel like the married man should probably have that.
Yeah.
and
I
if
think
you're
so.
feeling lonely, there are helpful things.
Here, Naveed, that's for you.
I don't think so.
Happy birthday, Maldi.
Let's get into a break. All right, our final segment with the boys on the show. I think they're all a bit traumatized, but yeah. Just lying to the camera. You must have seen them with their Midnight Divas box. It's fighting all right. Before we wrap things up, tell me what's next. What's for 2025? Start from you.
Yeah, 2025 I have World Champs coming up in September. So I had to get a second of my PB. It's
What
like
is that?
it's not that hard.
Personal best,
Yeah.
not PB&J.
So we have to go outside of the Sri Lanka and just to get the atmosphere, and yeah, that's the plan.
Well, that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Although you said it in one sentence, yeah. How is it for you, Kyle?
I was supposed to go for World Championships this year, actually, in December, but I'm injured at the moment. I have an elbow
what's wrong?
injury. I tore my UCL, which is a ligament in the elbow. Not fun. Pretty painful. I can do mostly everything. I just can't swim because of the tension that it puts on the elbow. And then next year, depending on when this heals, I have World Championships, just like Naveed, which is in Singapore. And before that, I'm hoping to go for a few meets in the regional, like in Southeast Asia or South Asia or whatever, just to get some exposure. And then beyond that, both of us, I think we have Commonwealth Games and Asian Games in 2026.
I better be packing my bags soon if I'm going to tour with them.
Yes, absolutely, Danu.
Can you get your hands fixed? We can go in December.
You want to go to Hungary?
Yeah.
It's pretty cold. It's really cold.
I'm not the one who's swimming.
It's cold
Ah,
outside.
right, okay.
The pool is cold too.
Yeah, just going to be there.
Mhm.
Asanka, you have already thought up to 2048. What are your tarot cards predicting?
We have a big year coming up next year. We have
And you're also working on, what do you call it? Environmental changes?
movie, and we have first of all for Lovi we have some beautiful collections coming. 2 new collections on
Oh,
the
okay.
groom side and also at
Have you made the big
CF
sizes?
Yeah, yes, we are working on it. We're working on it. We have some new collections, new shops, so a lot of growth
That's
on
amazing.
the Lovi side.
Now, this movie that you're doing,
Yes.
have you already casted? Yes.
We've actually shot the film and we just kind of in editing and post
You wanted to work with just amateur actors?
Yes, Danu. You know, we are working, Danu.
Fine.
There's a lot more to come, Danu. There's a
I
lot
don't
more
want to
to
be in
come.
your second film. I want to be in your first one. I don't want to be the one who is the. We don't have anyone to
Danu,
cast.
there's so much work ahead of us, Danu. We have to grow 10x.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, I will. I will grow 10x. For sure.
You will bankrupt this man.
One outfit equals 4 normal. I told you about him making for Yohani and for me. I took one of Yohani's tops and I said, can you all like cut this and sort of, they're like, we can't. Like, this is it, Yohani's. That's like a hanky. That's like my pocket square. She can make an outfit out of this. But I can't. It's just terrible. You need to get some big ambassadors.
Yes, you.
True.
We already do.
I know. That's true. That's true. Anyways, on that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you, boys, for coming, and thank you for representing Sri Lanka, making us so proud in what we do. I think you all are inspirations to so many people.
Thank you so much for having us.
No worries. Super happy to have you guys. Thank you, Asanka, for
Thank you.
always
Thank you
being
for having
such a
us.
support. We never tend to say no to you because we really, really do appreciate what you do. And he's one of the nice ones you'll find.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for having us.
So happy. Anyway, on that note, do read Asanka's book. Where is it available?
It's going to be available soon.
I
in
got a copy.
Bookstores, yes.
Yeah, I got a copy. All right. On that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you for being on the show with us. Till we meet you again, keep smiling.